What are the 3 easy steps in order to become a UX UI designer as a beginner? The first step is interaction design foundation courses. The second step is going through the Figma tutorials. The third one is getting inspiration from Dribbble, Behance, and Pinterest. I'll walk you through each of these steps in detail, and these were the exact steps that I used to become a UX UI designer in 2020, and slowly I started to get my first UX design job at a startup in 2021, and after 1 year I got into senior level, and right now I'm a senior designer at Simply Financial in Toronto, Canada. So let's dive in. The first step is the Interaction Design Foundation. Let's go to the Interaction Design Foundation website. So Interaction Design Foundation, here it is. So it's an online learning platform that has UX, UI, and design thinking and visual design courses, and it is great. I got the student membership when I was a student, and you can get a solid understanding of the foundations of UX. It's very affordable, so it's so much better than you paying thousands of dollars for boot camps. Instead, you can just come here. So as you can see in the UX courses, it says get a learning path, and then I might choose like UX designer, and then you can go through all of these courses like foundation, beginner guide, and then journey mapping. These courses are great. They are like content heavy, and they come with assignments, and there's a community, there's a global community there as well, which is really great. So you can ask your questions, you can get feedback from the community, and I used to like post my designs, they give you feedback. By the way, this is not a sponsor, this is just my own genuine opinion and how I started UX in my early days. I really recommend this website to whoever wanted to start UX. When you complete a course, you can just get your certificate and you can upload it on LinkedIn or put the link on your resume, so it's pretty good for reputation. I did the same. There are in-person meetups and discussions as well. Maybe in your city there's a meetup from the Interaction Design Foundation, and it's really great to just see people in person who have the same interests as you. The pricing for students is $240. I got the student membership. It's a yearly, so you need to pay for 1 year. I think it's really worth it because it's the most affordable that you can find on the market that has valuable courses. I just read the articles and I did the assignments. There's a portfolio assignment as well that I did, and I just posted my work. And for each step, for example, for research, they have some exercises that you can do. So I did those exercises and I used those of my examples for my portfolio, which was really helpful. The second step is going through Adobe XD challenges and just designing daily. You can do it in Figma because I encourage Figma for you to use and learn UX, UI, and visual design by Figma because it's an industry standard tool that most of the companies are using right now. And Adobe XD stopped their daily challenges, but I started learning like actual visual design and UX, UI from Adobe XD daily challenges. So let me show you. Adobe XD daily creative challenges. Oh my god, it was in like 2019, 2020 that I used to do these. So I will put the link of these websites in the description below so that you won't miss out anything. You can see like each day they used to do like daily challenges, like one exercise each day, and I used to watch those tutorials and design on the side. It was very helpful, so you can scroll down and see all of the exercises, everything. For example, I can click on this one, watch video, and you can click on get started to get the like Adobe XD files, or what I recommend you is to just use Figma because Adobe XD and Figma have the same tools kinda. You can just use Figma and go through the tutorials. Here, for example, we have Jesse Showalter. He's a really good design coach. He's just giving some exercises. For example, you need to design a timer mobile app, so you can just see how he talks about how he chooses a font, how he chooses a color. He talks about color theory. They have so many great instructors in Adobe Live. You can just watch all of their videos. I highly recommend you, and don't just watch them, try to design on the side, because you can just learn by doing, not just by passively watching something. As you can see, he's just designing from scratch, and you can just learn to how to make design decisions and how to apply visual design guidelines, and it's super helpful. I just did this like every day, and I used to post my work on Discord. There's a Discord channel by Adobe. I used to get feedback from the community, and sometimes they would show your work in the next day, and it was super nice. The next thing you can do instead of Adobe XD Daily Challenges is to go to Figma official YouTube channel. They have so many great tutorials for beginners, and just you can go through the playlist and learn by doing and just design. They have like practice files as well that you can choose to just design and get started like with Figma education. They have, for example, here design basics for beginners. They go through all of the tools on Figma. I'm very grateful that I have access to all of these free resources. It's super great, guys. Get yourself familiar with the prototyping tools. Try to design every day, and just try to join a community in LinkedIn or Discord or wherever. Just try to get feedback and post your work and work with a community of people. You can just do it completely free by having YouTube or like Behance live tutorials. It's super great. I did the same like steps. The third step is getting inspiration from Dribbble, Behance, or Pinterest. Dribbble, okay. So in Dribbble, you can just set up an account, and you can just go through, for example, product design, go through the design works, and see, for example, how they're putting their case study together. Oh, this was an ad. Okay. How they put their case study together, how they why did they choose this color, what is the white space rule here, how are they making these animations. Wow, this is super great. What percentage do they use for the primary color, what is the rest of the colors, what are they doing with the typography, how they design their shadow of the cards, or whatever. You can just get inspiration. You can go to Behance, for example, and see something and maybe you like it, and then you steal something from that project, or you can steal something from another project. You can see how a designer structure their case studies. You think maybe I can start my case study with the problem statement, or I can start it with the research instead, or maybe I don't have research, I can just go ahead with the design process. That's the way that you can do as well. On Behance, you can go to the Explore, Best of Behance. So you can go to the featured work, the works that are selected by Behance, and you can go to the UX UI, for example, and here you can scroll down, and you see there are some projects that have these badges, UI badges next to them. These are the projects that are featured. That's the sign. You can check how they structure, as I said before, how they use some elements, and what are they doing with the prototypes, and all of this stuff is very helpful. You can just see how you can do your case study portfolio the same as this one, interact with them, maybe comment or share their work, save their work in your collection. Remember not to be perfectionist. Make sure that you are also designing along with getting inspiration. Try to be creative creative when you are stealing, because there's a reason that their work is featured on Behance. When you design something, try to upload your work daily or at least 3 times a week on Behance or somewhere else, or on Dribble. There are so many platforms that I recommend you. Behance is great for beginners so that you can collect your work and document your work for like future. You can have a portfolio. When you apply for something, you can have a personal, professional profile for yourself. Just do that, guys. I promise you that by following all of these steps, you can become a senior UX designer like me, because I did all of the same things. I didn't went on bootcamp. I didn't had experience in UX UI. I didn't spend thousands of dollars for a college degree or anything like that. So you can do the same as well. If you want to see my first UX UI portfolio that got me hired into a startup in Toronto, you can watch this video as well here so that you can just learn more. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I create product design videos for you to just learn and we can grow together. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next